Woo!
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus! Ultra!
By the power of Grayskull!
Woo! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the the suntan Superman, the officer of the goddamn law, trademark, and also soon to be trademark, your brother, your champion, and your savior. Officer Charles Faulkner, how y'all doing tonight? Let me know who's in the building. I don't give a damn if it's 2 to 200 people. Let me know you're here. Woo! See, there's many things I have to speak about. And we're going to do it very well tonight. One, the dysfunctionals and the simps all showed their true colors over one damn slap. All of them did. All of them showed how, well, I would have stepped to this guy. I would have did this, that, and the fourth. But why? You know why? Because too many people like their servitude unchallenged. They want the gynocracy just to be a little bit nicer, smile a little bit more, be just a little bit more fit. Well, whoa, Kimosabi. Whoa. Not one person, or barely any people, would have said, I would have told my wife, hey, that's jokes, lady. We're celebrities. We're making millions upon millions. Even if you had to go on stage, shake the man's hand, whisper in his ear, hey, she's feeling sensitive. You can make all the jokes. She's just feeling sensitive today. And he would have like, oh, okay, bet. My man, thanks for telling me. He would have got pool points. He looked like the man of the year. Not only did he make his wife cool, he made his friend cool. But all the simps and all the shit, you know, it's like demon possession. It's when that simp, that Order 66 come out. What's up, KJ? What's up, Rocket King? I was watching a video earlier today. Shout out to Manospeare Highlights Daily, Manospeare. And they had this show. I guess it was some FBI people. I forget what the name of the show, but the name of the episode was called Incel. And they were referring to the Manosphere as a bunch of woman haters. and all kinds of crazy shit. See, at least I know in my space, we don't hate women. We don't. We big up the ones who are doing their thing, just like we big up the men who are doing their thing. And if you really wanted to say something that was really logic based, what reason have our women in our community gave us to like them? I'll ask that question again. What reason have you given us to like you? You betray us. You talk about us behind our backs, in front of our backs, in public. You have entanglements when you're married. You raise our kids poorly. That's not hatred. That's just facts. See, when you can't critique people, when you can't push towards growth, that's when you have nothing but servitude. It's a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual slavery. I've noticed during this whole event that should have never been an event, people get upset. Oh, well, he was defending his wife. That's how black men should. When the hell have black women defended us? They utilized our deaths to get notoriety and money and shared it not. What schools were built in the names of the fallen and the slain? What scholarships were put forth to prevent issues like this? How many police officers did we put who come raised and homegrown from our communities that we put in positions of power? How many boys did we say we're going to make a rites of passage for them? You know what happens? The ill-gotten bitches took their money and moved into $1 million homes right around where there's only 2% of black people, and there's what? Majority, overwhelming 90% white people? The same white people that they said that they're unjust. It's kind of funny. They're so unjust they feel safe to live around them. And these are your leaders. These are the people who speak up for the community. These are the same people that will tell you that in order to be a good man, you got to simp. I have to ask this one question, and somebody in the chat, please answer. If you're coming in and watching, please let me know you're here. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat if you feel inclined. But I'm truly going to ask this question. Truly, truly, truly. What have you done for us lately?
I'll put all my stuff in the bag, too.
All right.
Hey, cool.
Hold up. But here's the ultimate question, right? The ultimate question really boils down to what type of man and community and woman are you really looking for? And I wish people would just honestly say what they're looking for. Do Do you want there to be a community? Do you want men in the lead? Not if you let them lead. Do you want them in the lead? I've asked this question to many of women before. You put yourselves in the provider role, but who's going to take care of you? You've learned to not trust black men because of the teachings of your grandmothers, your aunts, your mothers, and other women. How successful are you when you're alone? Black men, why do you constantly measure your masculinity to women? Why? Has that endeavor been foolish? Are you tired of being the butt of everybody's jokes? Has your simping reaped rewards? Ultimately, no. What's up, Lee? Ultimately, we're dealing with an epidemic of disrespect demand. And it's funny because the one who's gonna be real fierce about this shit are black men in themselves. Black men themselves. So many black men are willing participants in their own destruction. And they're doing it not because it's something righteous, not because it's a fight that needs to be fought. It's because you want to look good in front of your woman. When masculinity is nothing about women. There's a reason why I came up with the statement of my brother, my champion, my savior, to encourage you how to look at the next black man. To encourage you on how to look at yourself. Notice, not one thing about a woman is in that statement. I've talked countlessly to black women who are single mothers. And I always ask this question. Do you think your child will be better off with a father in their life or just you? And usually the response I'll get is silence for about 10, 15 seconds. Then a yes. People say we picked them, which I do agree. But that still doesn't alleviate people from their responsibilities. That does not alleviate people from actually being parents, adults. There's too many of us out here carrying the burdens of 3 generations that you don't even know of, but you still hold those teachings dear to your heart. I've been around women who said, well, I was always taught not to trust a man to make a decision. Why? You know why? Because your mother didn't have anybody to make a decision. And then you never foolishly check to say, okay, why would my mother say that? Because she ran every damn man away. The only thing we built greater than anything are churches and simps. Somebody put that in the chat, please. The only thing we've greatly built in the last 60 years are churches and simps. And a bunch of so-called go-getting, lonely, manly women. Gone are the days of the hard-working alpha black man. Gone are the days of the elegant, feminine, loving black woman. We got chicks out here who rather have a hot girl summer than to make sure their children can read and count. We have dudes out here who are scared to be men without the women, without the women's consent. What's really messed up in this manosphere mess that we have, we reverted back to shit that we talked about 4, 5, 6 years ago. There should always be forward progress. I don't give a damn if you wear Jordans or wingtips. Last time I checked, you're still going to be treated like a black man in this country. You think the educated black female and the hood rat are having these type of discussions? No, because they will utilize each other for benefits. I noticed my viewership is going down lower and lower and lower. There must have been some people who didn't like to hear what I was saying. Oh well. I'd rather have the faithful few than a million people who are just suspect, fugazi even. Thank you for that, putting that quote up, Lee. And see, it's sad to even admit that. It's sad that you can't even counter that statement. It's basically pathetic. It's basically pathetic. It's basically in a state of pathetic. We maximize mediocrity. We maximize stupidity. Hell, we even maximize dysfunctionality. We don't even know how to play the game. People came up in the last, 15, 20 years, maybe 10 years of this shit called co-parent. You can't even do it properly. You don't have children because you want a legacy. You don't have children because you want to build strong families. A lot of people only have children just to get a buck. just to get some benefits. As a community, the way we treat our children, we should be held up in the world court. Think about that. Your children are not even allowed to be children, especially your boys. Even from birth, we calling them little man. But your girl get to be a princess in her 40s. Take that to the bank. We confuse our children so much so that we don't even plan weddings anymore. We plan baby showers. We spend more money at proms than we do at like learning centers. We go off with a prom like your daughter's being married. We're so fallible at this point that it's ridiculous. Black men, we're gonna have to very soon, immediately. Your presence is gonna become compulsory, very necessary in order to take back these reins. We're gonna have to build our own institutions. We can't rely on our women to be loyal. We do have a few loyal ones, but not enough to share the bunch. And even then, you got to look at the feminist ideology, even with the good ones. BGS just showed a video of a church-going black woman who's in her 60s saying that she had to lock up a man or a woman that's black. She would pick the man because he could take jail more, even if the woman suffers a crime, a violent crime. No humanity, no dignity, no respect. And we're going on it, and we're going on like nothing needs to change. If anybody call themselves Manosphere, Black Manosphere, you really need to take a hard look in the mirror these days. An extremely hard look. Because all this back and forth with bullshit, it needs to cease and desist. I don't give a fuck about what you wear. I wear sweats most of the time. Once in a while, I wear suits. I'm just as comfortable as either or. But we will not be is kicking another brother just to get some fucking views. Fuck that. What we need to do is actually follow suit of everybody else and start networking. Thanks, Craig Harper. Thanks for the birthday wish. What we need to do is form up like fucking Voltron. But that's if you see the glory of teaming up with your brother. But plenty of you don't. Plenty of you have been taught to hate your fellow black man, and it shows. You look for any petty damn reason not to do so. Not to work with them, not to speak to them. You mean mug every goddamn person you walk across. For what? Sometimes you need to get the gynocracy expelled from your fucking mind, body, and soul. But nothing purifies like a baptism of fire. Don't let me start a male rites of passage, weekly summit or something, like a week-long summit. Shout out to LAP SWAT 1. Check out the video on YouTube entitled The Sacrifice Scene from the movie The Eagle Has Landed, 1976. Please look it up. You won't be disappointed. You know what's funny? Going into those manly and, male-dominated spaces and being the understudy of such people, such as the Boy Scouts to the military, the explorers to the fire and police department, STEM, and other places, usually it got you thinking in a masculine frame. And see, that's the biggest part about it. The Black community detests masculine thought. So when people like myself and others in this space speak on these things, the first goddamn thing you're going to get are people trying to challenge you, not if it's logically sound, not if you're absolutely correct, but because you're a little bit harsh. And that's some feminine shit right there. Afraid of somebody giving you the truth. Sometimes the best medicine is the one that doesn't taste that well. And that's horrific. See, a lot of brothers out here in their 20s, 30s, and 40s never went through a rite of passage. Let's take Will Smith. If he'd have went through a rite of passage as a black man, he would have respected himself. He would know how to control his damn house a lot better than this. How the hell you this successful, but you keep a wench around that's hell bent on tearing you apart? How does your daughter write a letter to a dead man wishing that he could be with your mother? Or in your case, Will, your wife. And she wishes that Tupac was her father. How the fuck do you make that type of success? How the fuck do you make all these sacrifices, put your kids on to be worth millions, and each one and everybody in that damn household constantly despises you? See, Will Smith is the representation of the modern black man. Your motto is, ain't nothing good enough. What's up, Shonda? What's up, Z? Jay Sean, Wu-Tang, motherfucker, Wu-Tang. But if he went through a crucible, there is no way in hell you would allow somebody to disrespect you, not even your wife or your children. No way in utter hell. This shit that I've been seeing in the last few months to a year, this ain't the manosphere I remembered. The black one, anyway. See, the manosphere I remember was the ones who kept Cynthia G at bay. The ones who went at Kristen Carlson's neck. The people who intellectually dismantled every simp, every Captain Save-A-Ho walking, and would go to your platform to do it. Am I lying, Jay Sean? See, we can't walk away from our destiny, and we damn sure can't walk away from our mission. We're going to work with the women that wants to work. We're going to work with the brothers who want to put the best foot forward, and we'll drive on like nothing's bothering us. But it's hard. You goddamn right it's going to be hard. You think building a better future for your people is going to be fucking easy? You really think that? That shit's going to be fucking easy? You really think that trying to pick your brother up is going to be the easiest task you ever had?
You still can grab smoke?
Not yet.
Huh?
Good.
Alright, hold on.
See, what happened to us is that we want to get comfortable. We want the road that's safe. And see, here's the fucked up point that people forget. The road's never going to be safe. It's not going to be safe for any black man, any black woman, anytime soon. You can't marry your way out of it. You can't bleach your skin out of it. Hell, you can't even buy your way out of it. You gotta really, really be in your particulars when the dust settles. A lot of people are afraid to get dirty. They're afraid to do the work. They're afraid to better themselves. Because if you actually better yourself, you're gonna actually have to take the time out to say, "Wait a minute, I'm a flawed human being." I'm a flawed human being. And that's hard for a bunch of narcissists to do. Almost impossible. And shout out to Mr. Z for doing the video about Stefco, the gift that keeps on giving. For some odd reason, chicks like her, who's extra average, 4'4", she wanted that slap to mean everything to her. I wanted somebody to slap those boys who weren't attracted to me. I wanted to slap those upper echelon guys I couldn't get. And I like to quote Z, remember folks, she's a teacher. How many times has she looked at young black boys and took her frustrations out on them? Projected all her woes on them. We allow too many people to go to our kids and say whatever the hell they want to say to our children. Too many of us believe those damn teachers know best. Too many of us will never even go check on the child in school and see why they're having an issue in that class. And many a times you'll see how these fucking teachers will single, especially your male children, out. I've been around families where the daughter can talk to the mother like shit, but if the boy objects to doing something for the mother, she's throwing blows and trying to beat him upside his head and all his back. I've been there. But yet, when was she going to smack the shit out of the daughter? Disgusting. And you got twisted females like Stefco who want to be married but doesn't want to improve herself. And the sad part about it is, I've always seen this bullshit always replay itself. You get these educated women who are single, and they get that baby fever, and any man will do. Get pregnant by Day the dumbass, who ain't worth shit, and then want to complain about their child's father. How many times have you heard about that? And they'll judge every damn black man to that one Negro that you know that you shouldn't have been dealing with in the first damn place. I've been around HBCUs. I've been to a HBCU for about a year and a half, close to 2. You have access to all these soon-to-be high-value, but you know what you do? Right in their face. And that's if you see them. That's if you see them. You got some dudes out there who love making babies, got a raw habit, and you expect somebody else to pull you out of it. Where did they do that? How the hell you can take care of 8 to 10 kids? And it makes you think. If you know this Negro has all these kids, Why the fuck do you get pregnant by him next? I'd rather people say they like this dysfunctional behavior than to lie. Now, one person in modern history has out in the open has said, you know what? We need to actually sit down and see what we can do to make a better Black America. Nope. We will champion dysfunctionality. We will wave the flag of stupidity, and we will defend it with nothing but fierce, unadulterated ignorance. Because being ignorant of something is so comforting. I didn't know I had to be a functional adult. I didn't know. That's all you're going to hear. Hey, you got dudes out here begging begging for help, but never helping anybody else. Not only do you have people to use, but you also supposed to be useful. There's many a conversations I had to have with people. I said, you do know condoms are a lot cheaper than Plan Bs. Well, I thought she was on the pill. What the fuck are you supposed to believe anybody's on whatever pill? But we like to put that blanket of ignorance on like we didn't know. But this is the building blocks of what we build our children from. Stupid shit. I didn't know I got a pregnant. Yes, you did, nigga. 9 out of 10, you know if you shot the club up. You knew. You knew. Sorry. Sorry. But I need help. Yes, you do. You need a job too. I'm gonna just tell you the same thing my father said. Broke niggas don't need to be fucking. Neither broke females. I say that to myself all the time, Craig. Say that all to myself. You want to know what poverty is? Is when you have a child you can't afford. It's like we're hell bent on living in poverty. We talk shit about the people who are successful. For what? It's just gonna come out as jealousy. Hold on, folks. But yet, we go out here, we got guys who put their dick on the crack table, we got females who don't think past their fucking fingertips, and we're expected to build strong communities. How, Sway? How? I tell you, it's a messed up ideology. We think we're supposed to build these strong, kick-ass families, either through single motherhood or broken familyism. I think a lot of dudes need to not worry about being high value. Just be valuable in the first damn place. That's what we need to really value. Be something of value in the first damn place. Be a blessing to each other, not a damn curse. So, hold on, folks. A lot of people need to get their stuff together very soon. We're going to go through inflation like never before. We're going to deal with loneliness like never before. And for God's sakes, black men, get your goddamn passports. Go see the world. Stop letting the women beat you in travel. Go see the damn world. Enjoy your life. Hold on. We should get out there to be better people. You're right. Take a cruise. Get out there. Take a cruise. Enjoy your life. The reason why they don't like black men with passports is because you might see something different. You might have a better way of thinking about life. My bad, people. Knocked myself off. You got to take an appreciation for what the life you're going to live. Stop always being in service. The one thing I figured out, when are you going to serve yourself? When are you going to love yourself? Better health, better choices, better decisions, better employment. We're going to have to make some real hard decisions starting this year. We're going to have to really face a lot of the fallacies that we've been forced to actually take as gospel. We're going to have to make some strong decisions. Really? I'm going to actually say this one more time, and I said it before. We have no allies. We have truly no allies. If you think I'm lying, go look at the world. It's every man for themselves, every woman for themselves. Unless we're ready to build our base, we might as well just stay in our little rut. In our little ruts. Superman's not coming to save you. You got to save your damn self. There's no amount of respect you're going to get from people, because when you're trying to get to where you need to go, people are going to look down on you. People are going to shit on you. It's just what it is. You're going to have to, realistically, you're going to have to be your own motivation at times. And if you got a good circle of friends who are tight and supportive, you better link to them very, very well. We need to overcome a lot of this bullshit. And I'm just going to say this. If you're not about progress, you need to go. Get the hell out of here. Nobody needs your bullshit going. Nobody needs your weakness, your cowardness. Nobody needs it. You can't be in a stage of stagnation, man. We're going to have to hold each other accountable and hold each other in our greatness as well. But it all's going to come down to a very honest look in the mirror first. You're going to have to choose starting today or tomorrow if you choose it. Let's say, what type of life am I going to lead? Am I going to live a life of perpetual sadness, pity, despair? Or I'm going to take this gift called life and use it to the fullest? It's up to you. Dude, I had a passport since I was 15, dude. That passport game is nothing new to me. You forgot I wrestled internationally, so I needed a passport? I have a passport, man. I went on a cruise like, what, 2, 3 years ago. I'm not going to tell people to do something that's foreign to me. Been there, done that. You forgot my theme song has been around the world and now, yeah. See, men are meant to travel. You're supposed to really travel. Hell, men are even meant to travel by their damn selves. But because you got that gynocentric teaching, you've been put in a perpetual state of fear. That's like when Dr. T was talking about, he's been in his family and the women said, you better not bring home a white woman. Why not? Don't you want me happy? But she'll never tell her daughter, don't bring home a white man. And I wonder why they always say that. Is that because, you're not gonna get the same type of femininity? They want you to have another overseer. I think a lot of brothers are scared to travel, actually. Because if you take a lot of these chumps out of their comfort zone, they got nothing to hide. They're going to be exposed as the real them. See, it's a damn shame when your women are encouraged to be bold, but your men are encouraged to be timid, very timid. Go out there and live your life. Show us shit and everybody living theirs. Yo. I'm about to hit you up later. Peace. Woo! And I'm out.